Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is me, Rima.
And I'm Randee.
And I'm Emily.
And guys, we just watched a movie together. It's been a long time since Randee has joined us, so we're very excited to have watched this film together. We watched, as you can see from the title, Always Be My Maybe. It's a 2019 romantic comedy, and it stars the very talented Wong, Randall Park, a Keanu Reeves, and a very interesting. We'll get to that. Michelle Buteau, Daniel Day Kim, and Vivian Bang. These are some of the main characters. So we're going to do a review of the film. Of course, this is the spoiler version, guys. So if you haven't seen the film, well, go watch it on Netflix. It's still available. And then come back and watch this because we're going to give you some tea. And we have reacted to the film. So if you want to see us or watch the film with us, check out the reaction below. In fact, go to the Patreon link right down here. Go to the Patreon link, watch it with us, and then come back and let's talk about it.
Oh, she's so cute.
It's so funny. The parent is controlling you even when they're not there. Don't watch TV. It's like, come on.
Not date night. Okay.
I know.
Crazy sending your kid out on the town.
My parents would be like, never.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
There's been an accident.
Oh no.
No.
Just another lyric.
You don't know the words, do you?
It's D'Angelo. I don't need to know the words to know that it's emotional and sensual and full of melodic feelings, okay?
Period.
Well, that's very little space.
Like, this looks.
Was she? She was my mom. Just because you're always at our house, eating our food, watching our TV, because your parents don't care enough to ever be around, doesn't mean you know shit about how I'm feeling.
Sheesh.
That is mean. That's gonna cut.
You are such an asshole.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, handsome man.
Hey.
Ready to do this?
Yes.
You guys enjoy yourselves.
I love the soundtrack. It's so hip hop.
I know.
What are you doing?
Smoking weed and dancing in front of a mirror. You want to join?
No.
Dad, come on. I challenge you to a battle.
Well, since you put it that way.
Okay, stop. You win the battle.
Come on. We gotta go.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, he had really cool parents, I have to
Installing a
say.
new furnace today down.
He'll just be gone for half a year.
Stop it.
And he flew out this morning to India.
Like the India? Like the country?
Year.
So instead of getting married, he's gonna like just eat, pray, love?
And in the meantime, we're gonna see other people.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Oh
We
no, he's
are gonna
breaking
see other
up.
people,
I mean,
so
come
we're both
on.
absolutely sure that we belong together.
Harry and son, they're so cute.
Hey, what's up? Oh, wow, look who's here. Look who's here. And who's in the house? It's you. This is amazing.
Hi, Marcus.
Hi, yeah, hi, Sasha. Hi, hello, hi. What's up?
Long time.
Yeah.
The changes.
He's so sweet.
I have to say, I'm surprised you two lost touch. You used to be so close. I always thought maybe you'd end up together.
No.
Dad, Jesus.
He said, matchmaker, matchmaker.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of sad. She's still eating alone, huh? That's
Oh.
At least you should have had some siblings. See, that's like when you're an only child. I feel the pain. You're just by yourself.
Marcus told me you guys are old friends, but I kind of didn't believe it. I'm a huge fan. You have to let me cook for you tonight.
Oh, Sasha has to get up early,
Well,
so.
not that early.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Okay, girl. I see you, boo.
Is that Pat on
I know, true.
Oh my god.
He's bacheloretting with Padma?
Stupid, beautiful, talented Padma Lakshmi.
What's crazy is uploading it so publicly too. Like I know they're open, but it's like, man, that hurts.
I know.
Yeah, that would sting.
But if you have Padma Lakshmi, I mean, he's showing her off
what
as
do we
much as
do
he
before the
can.
internet?
Can you imagine?
Right.
I'm gonna go and fill
Right.
out the.
I hope you get malaria and shit yourself to death, you shitty piece of shit!
Oh.
A little softer, please. You are scaring the goats.
You are
We are
scaring
so
the goats,
done.
girl.
It's like being in love with a statue.
Yes.
Oh.
That.
Oh,
Okay.
See you later.
See ya.
Why are they so awkward? Like, they're
So
normal and then...
awkward.
I know.
It's honestly
Nice.
a little annoying.
Sky Marcus, he has like the best qualities of Brandon, but even better,
Better than Brandon. Wow, that's so great.
right?
Yeah.
So what's your news? Something about your dad?
It's, well, it's not like news, but I just wanted to see if you
But why would you want to
that
announce this in a
dinner with
place
Jenny
like
and
this?
me.
Wouldn't you
That's
want an
it.
That's your big
intimate
news?
evening too?
Well, how about a double date?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can meet him.
Amazing.
Your mind's gonna be blown.
Oh yeah, okay. That looks like he might.
So where's your man?
Oh, there he is.
I'm sorry. That's incredible.
You guys, Keanu Reeves.
She said, "Ah!" I can't even handle it.
I missed you. I missed you so much.
I missed your mouth.
I missed your heart.
Oh God, I missed your beard.
I missed your light.
I missed your chin.
I missed your soul.
And I missed your soul.
Thumbs.
I missed your eyes.
You're so good with your thumbs.
I missed you. God.
Fine. I dare you to smash that vase on your head.
What? This vase?
Yeah.
No problem.
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
Come on.
No.
Hit me.
Fight him, honey. No.
Hit me. God damn it.
Fight him, honey.
Yeah. Feeling better? Want another go? Henry?
So I guess, Randee, do you want to get us started on overall what you thought of the film, what worked, and we'll go around the room and then what didn't?
Yes. Okay. What worked? What I loved about this film, I definitely think obviously it was really funny. I thought
Right.
that the comedy at times, like, it really cracked me up. Like,
Right.
the timing of it, I don't know. And those actors, I mean, that cast is crazy. Like, every actor was really good. My favorite was probably the assistant.
Yeah.
Ta-ta, Veronica.
Oh, don't use your phone voice on me, bitch.
But everybody gave a really great performance. And also, I know we normally watch movies that have like beautiful gowns and jewelry, and we got like just the perfect touch of that too. So
Right.
fashion was great. Shout out to the stylist. I thought that the storyline was really sweet, and I will say, right when you're like feeling like everything's good, it's not. So it like kept me on my toes, because till the very end I was like, what's going on? Are they in love or not? Like, what's happening? But then you do get your like sweet moment. All the everybody's happy with everybody. It's like the perfect ending. Yeah, I liked it.
Nice. Emily, your thoughts?
Yeah, I remember looking at the same moment that we're thinking of, and like where we thought everything was good and there was an extra 30 minutes left, and I'm like, how are we gonna fill these next 30 minutes? I'm like, I hope everything is okay, because I was kind of worried for a moment there that it was gonna be a bad ending. Like sometimes I feel like when they have that, like 3/4 of the way through where they have a fight, but then they get together and then they're happy, then it's like that's usually where the arc ends. But they had like another arc. And also the playlist was so fire.
Yes.
Like, and it got you right away. Like I'm gonna, after this, I'm gonna go see if there's a playlist on like Apple Music, and I'm just gonna vibe out to it tomorrow, because the music was just so well done. They pulled in just behind the bridge. He lays her down. And I thought the like relationship arc from our characters for like when they were like they showed us when they were so young, and it's so
Yeah.
fun to see them grow up together and to see, you know, someone who didn't have the family that maybe she wanted when she was younger and found that kind of solace in a new family. And they really took her under their wing, and it just, I really understand her character, and I understand her, you know, her where she's brought herself, because that independence
Yeah.
really created a super strong female character.
Guys, these are supposed to be vegetable dumplings, okay? Not lemongrass testicles. Let's smooth the wrinkles out.
That, you know, can be difficult in the dating world, right?
Yeah.
Like not every guy wants to be with a woman who is super successful and is
Yeah.
able to fend for herself. And so I thought this kind of really wrestled with those themes. I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
I love the movie. I think it was a lot of fun. It's kind of nice to see sort of an Asian American rom com because obviously representation wise, it's nice to see these characters, how they grew up. I'm not gonna say like I unequivocally love the film. There are things about it that I, of course, like we'll talk about in the spoilers when we get into it, that I felt were kind of hit and miss. So there are things that were hit and miss, but the things that hit really well. So that's what I think really worked. Of course, the soundtrack, like it was very banging right from the beginning. We're like grooving to it. I almost felt like we're doing a reaction things because we had done reactions before to songs. I'm like, yeah, got my dance moves on. But that was great. I think definitely the actors are very strong, both Ali Wong and I want to get his name right, Randall Park. Fantastic actor, right? So I think every beat, like I think both of them, you could rely on them. They're very solid. I think my favorite character is definitely Jenny, which was Vivian Bang.
You two are married?
No, we're not.
Not in your traditional heteronormative sense. We're married spiritually and sexually.
Yeah, but not literally.
She was so
She was
out there.
hilarious.
I know, and just kind of like really fun. And of course, Keanu Reeves. I think I just can't believe they managed to get him to do this. Yeah, like it was not a very positive portrayal as well. So I'm like, I'm glad that you agreed for us. But and I think that opening sequence when he walks in, probably one of the best ones I have seen. Like when he was like just walking into the restaurant and like their expressions, oh my god, like I could watch it again and again on loop. So I think it was very interesting, like the journey that they took, and I agree with you. I at some points I felt like, where are they heading with this? But then in the end, it all works out. So, I mean, again, guys, this is a spoiler review. It ends very well. I will start off with things that I didn't necessarily love as much. And I think this is a film that could be close to a lot of people's hearts. So, I mean, these are just critiques, but nonetheless, I know a lot of people like the film just looking at the IMDb rating. So that's good. We felt the same way. Overall, great film. The things that didn't work as much, I think some of the interactions felt like the forced awkwardness or weirdness between the characters. Like at times I was like, I don't understand. Like you guys seem to be so friendly, you know each other so well. What is going on? Like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, an hour into the film, I'm like, you should not be having these weird, awkward moments anymore.
Oh.
That one. See you later.
See ya.
So that was a bit off at times, and I don't understand what the dynamics were, what was going through their, what they meant or what they intended to show with the characters, but that was a bit off. Some of the jokes, of course, didn't land as well. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the highs are really high, but sometimes I don't know if the humor was like laugh out loud, and I don't know if that's fair to expect that from this because it's sort of also like drama and everything. So I mean, it's not very big on the list, but yeah, some of the jokes didn't land as well. And I think the relationship, and I mean, I'll let you guys go off on this, but the relationship between the leads, I don't know about that. Like, I was a bit concerned. There were some red flags, even in the end when they patched it up nicely, and I'm like, they have to, but I don't know why they made Randall Park's character like kind of a toxic male, because I'm like, what is going on here? So I don't know. I guess we could get into spoilers, guys. So if you guys want to talk about scenes and things that didn't work, we could talk about
Yeah.
warning.
I totally agree with you. I think them choosing to go that direction with his character,
Yeah.
he like consistently showed that he was really insecure and immature, but in a very punishing way, like more towards other people. They like other people had to deal with the consequences of that, and I don't think it ever got properly addressed. Like, that's not okay, and we can't do that ever again because that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
Like, it just was like everybody was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I did like the line there where he was like, "I will hold your purse for you," because
Yeah,
Mm.
before
yeah,
that was really triggering for him. But I feel like I understand what you mean as far as like his career. Like I feel like
Mm.
they kind of were
right,
like, "Oh, we can move it to these coasts," but like I feel like I wanted to see more ambition and drive from him,
right.
which would because that was supposed to be his like major character arc. It's like, okay, I've kind of been a deadbeat. I haven't done anything. What am I gonna do now? So, it.
Yeah.
That I agree with you.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, definitely like it seemed very quick, like his turnaround. It was very one-sided. There wasn't like much like interaction between them. It just seemed like, so I'll talk about the one toxic scene that really, well, there are two in particular. One when he's younger, so we can forgive him for it, but there's a scene in the in Burger King where
yes.
she's like she's obviously grown up with him almost, like, which is
Mhm.
kind of an interesting dynamic to almost be like a sibling, but you're not. But anyway, so she's kind of commiserating with him and telling him I've lost her too, which is the mom of Randall Park's character. And he just kind of goes off on her, kind of being like, it's not your mom, and who are you to us, or something like, and your parents were never there for you, so you're just.
She was my mom. It's because you're always at our house, eating our food, watching our TV, because your parents don't care enough to ever be around, doesn't mean you know shit about how I'm feeling.
And it was just such a low blow. Like, I get that they had an awkward sexual encounter and they're both being a bit awkward, but the way he just kind of, like, it just felt so mean
It
and
felt
so
out of
cruel.
character. Yeah, it felt out of character
Yeah.
for the relationship they had built
Right.
at that point.
Yeah,
Right.
so that was weird. And then and I could totally see them growing apart after that, like that particular incident. And then they never addressed it. Like, it never was a scene where it's like, you really hurt me when that
Yeah,
happened. And that is
Yeah.
why we lost touch, or I could have stayed friends, but I didn't. And then the other scene was, of course, the one where later on he goes to the whatever, the ball with her, or whatever, party with her, and out of the blue, like, it just, like, he seems to be so cool with his girlfriends and what they do, whether it's a community center or whether they're having dreadlocks. I mean, Jenny's character. And then suddenly he's all like, stupid elevated Asian cuisine, it's so dumb. And I'm like,
Sorry if it isn't elevated enough for you.
yeah,
why are you hating on her food
yeah.
and her, like, that never seemed like it was a problem with him at the beginning, and then it just comes out of nowhere, and he's just, and I get that he felt belittled that she called him ordinary, but really, you're gonna have to go off on her and be so toxic? I don't know, what did you
Yeah,
guys think?
he was calling her a sellout and just stuff that was super mean, like very mean and super hurtful. And I think we could see in throughout the movie, she's really not a sellout. She's a really hardworking, ambitious woman who
Yeah.
oftentimes gives back to charities. Even we saw that earlier. So I don't know, it was like a temper tantrum, but like really mean. And that one didn't get
Yeah.
discussed either, really. He did say I'll hold your purse, but I did not like that behavior. And I'm like, I hope that never happens again because that is sort of like verbal abuse.
Yeah. I
Kind
mean,
of
yeah.
I kind of feel like they made Ali Wong's character a little bit too much, a little bit too well put together. I feel like if
Hmm.
we had seen a little bit more of that like sellout nature, or like her
Yeah,
being a little
Yeah.
bit more shitty, then maybe I would have bought that. But
Right.
because she seemed like a really cool chick that just grew up in rough circumstances and she's like a self-made woman,
Yeah.
like we're kind of rooting for her. So we're
Right.
automatically going to see him and be like, why are you shitting on her? You know?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally agree.
I think I agree with you, Emily. Now that I see that in what you just mentioned, like if there was a context of where, I mean, she had a scene where she goes to like her childhood eatery, Asian eatery, and she's like,
Mm,
"Oh, the food is crap here." But then it's
true.
like they explained it as her psychological scars from her parents not being there. So everything about her childhood she saw as bad.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, but if she was really like as a chef now, like I'm a celebrity chef being like, oh, this food is shit, and she was just dumping on all the stuff that's like, but she like rode in his crappy car. Like I wouldn't ride in
Yeah.
that car. I'm like, what the hell? Like she was like so down for so many things, and she seemed like she went to her, even though she was not close to her parents because her parents like, neglected her most of her childhood in a very concerning way. I'm surprised CPS didn't. Thankfully, CPS didn't get involved, but nonetheless, she went to the party of her cousin, so she didn't seem like someone who was like uppity. I mean, apart from that thing with Keanu Reeves, where I was like, really? Like I mean, I get it, it's Keanu Reeves, but it's
I'm
just
like,
like,
yeah, I might slip up too. I might slip for Keanu. I don't know.
I know, but she did stand up for him when Keanu Reeves, like, oh, that scene. We've got to talk about the whole Keanu
Was
thing. So we'll come to
insane.
that. We'll come to that. That was probably the highlight of this movie, right? Like suddenly, like,
100%.
what movie am I watching? Because it just shifted the tone so much.
I'm like,
But yeah, if they had shown some flaws in her character, but they just like a couple of things like her, phone voice and all. But other than that, she
That
just seemed
was
like,
justified. I would have
I
screamed that in
know.
too.
yeah, I have a phone voice. I think everybody does.
Yeah, she seemed very down to earth for a celebrity. I, in fact, don't know if they captured, like, well, I mean, they did capture some facets of a celebrity, but, like, with the restaurant and everything. But yeah, that just seemed so uncalled for. His attack seemed so vitriolic that I really have a hard time really rooting for the relationship, because in the end, it almost felt like she pacified him by making a restaurant dedicated to his mom. And
Exactly.
I'm just like, she's doing all the hard work to kind of make you feel comfortable or make you happy. And I don't know. I mean, for a fun film, I'm gonna let it be. But that dynamic was, or that character arc was very bizarre, and just the relationship dynamic. So yeah, just a couple of gripes, but they never addressed it. I wish they did. I wish they had a thing where he's like, I'm sorry, what I said was so cruel. Like maybe
Yeah.
that would have, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A little self-reflection would have gone a long way, I think.
Yeah, I think that would have definitely helped. What were things that didn't work for you guys? Any particular scenes that you kind of stood out where you're like, or anything that kind of stood out that you were like, yeah, this was a miss for me? I mean, because we talked about what we loved, so.
Yeah. I definitely feel like there were probably 6 too many really awkward hugs.
Yeah.
Like it was like a bit. I get it. It was like a bit, but after a while I was like, okay. Like
Yeah.
let's do something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Emily, anything that kind of was like,
I don't really have anything beyond what we chatted about. I
right.
overall, like, I did find myself like giggling a lot at this movie, and I
Yeah.
thought there was a lot of really like catchy one-liners.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
they like put the menu on rice paper. White people love that shit. She's like, guilty.
Good. And printed on rice paper. White people eat that shit up.
Guilty.
Hey, it's a funny movie, and there's a lot of like really, really goofy characters.
Yeah.
Like let's talk about the Keanu Reeves scene because I'm like dying.
Yes, I was gonna say we were gonna get to that, but yeah, let's get to it now. Oh my god. Okay, so I almost want to react to it separately again because it was so good. Like just the whole like, and I think it just came out of the blue, right? Like, yeah, she had a celebrity boyfriend, so we get this is possible. But suddenly when she's sitting in the restaurant, it's like, oh, and Jenny's like, where's your boyfriend? It's like, oh, here he is. And the entrance that he makes with like Sam was just so good in slow motion. Like, it was very Bollywood-esque. Like, I think this was very, because we do a lot of Bollywood, I mean, or Indian cinema in our channel. So, guys, yeah, that felt like totally and hilarious. Just their mouth dropping and Randall Park going, her, yeah, oh my god. Randall's character just being like, the boyfriend is Keanu Reeves. I mean, it was just insane. And like when they start making out, and like she's like, I love your chin. He's like, I love your light, and I love
your
I love your spirit.
I know, he's all like deep, and she's all like thumb chin. I know, that was epic. I think I could watch that scene on loop. I probably want to download that scene so I can watch it every time, because it's crazy. And yeah.
Imagine liking someone and being like, oh, I want him to be with someone worse than me. Like, I don't want him to be with someone better than me. And then they come out and they're dating Keanu Reeves. I'd be like, I'm done. That's it.
Like, what? How do you recover from that?
I think that was the point, though. I saw an interview with Ali Wong and Randall Park talking about roping in Keanu, and that was their idea, that they were like, who would be someone that would totally give Randall's character like complex, that it's like, oh my god, I can't believe she's dating so and so, because he wanted to come out and tell her how he feels. So it's like Keanu Reeves. But I have to give props to Keanu Reeves, because he played that douchebag version of himself so well.
Yeah.
Just insane.
We were cracking up. That was like, I think that was my favorite section of the movie, those few scenes with Keanu.
Like him listening.
He's crying. He's like,
the
I'm
animal.
sorry.
He's like, I'm sorry. And then just goes back into eating it.
I'm sorry.
And like just breaking he was just insane, like doing his John Wick shit, and then ordering Uber pool.
The Uber pool had me rolling.
I was just like, you're rich. You could just get another, transportation thing. Why did you go with it?
It sounds like a stand-up comedy bit, like Keanu Reeves bought me an Uber pool.
Yeah, that was insane. And I was like, I wish they had almost shown like Keanu Reeves with like Jenny's character, because I felt like they were vibing.
Oh yeah, I wanted them to hook up.
I know.
That would be fun.
I feel like they're perfect for each other in some strange way.
Yeah.
Really, this version of Keanu and her.
Who did you have a crush on when you were like Mother Teresa? And it was like Martin Luther King. I'm like, what? So
that sent me to the moon.
The paper that was like, who would you kill in this room? Like, what?
It goes,
Marcus.
I kill Marcus.
If you had to choose one person in this room to die, who would it be?
Marcus.
Well, all right.
I kill Marcus.
Immediately, I said,
what is this game?
And like Jenny's justification, it's like, their footprint is much larger than yours, so I'd kill you too. Such a low blow.
I don't want to play anymore.
I know.
Him scooting across the ground. Why don't you want to play? What about
I just
so frightened.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, I think it was like so weird though seeing him, and I don't know, just he's aged, and I feel like I was at times thinking, is this an AI version of him? Like, so like his face, like, he doesn't age, that man. But yeah, that was the best bit. I think that was the most hilarious section, and I loved Randall Park's I keep forgetting the name of the character, Marcus's dad. Marcus. I thought the dad was really cool.
Yes.
Okay, stop. You win the battle.
He's hooking up with Diana Ross.
Hilarious.
Yes.
I know.
And even though she wasn't in majority of the film, Marcus's mom was such an impactful character. She just gave such a sweet and genuine performance, I felt like
Kimchi jjigae is very simple, but that's what makes it so good. It's about using the best ingredients.
It smells so good, Mrs. Kim.
Sasha, I've told you a million times, call me Judy.
You immediately fell in love with her, and then I was like, wait, what?
And they were such cool Asian parents. I know like the Asian parents get so much of a rap for being like tiger mom, tiger dad, or whatever,
Yeah.
but these were the coolest Asian parents somebody could have. Like the dad was literally like dancing along with the son while he's smoking a joint. Like I mean, a lot of American parents wouldn't do that. So
Yeah.
I was like very impressed. So that was a beautiful dynamic they captured. And I also kind of, it was like difficult to understand because Sasha Tran, so her name is Sasha, Ali Wong's character is Sasha. Her parents were so neglectful to a very like criminal extent in the
Yeah.
first half of the movie that I just never saw. Like I almost expected like a full-on blowout at some point in the film, because there's like there must be so much hate and anger and resentment in her, and I could totally understand. And then they're like spoiling like their grandson, from the cousin, whatever. But I just felt like it was very sweet the way they showed the parents trying to make up, and I
Yeah.
thought that was intelligent. Like just kind of her parents like doing things that you would never expect like traditional Asian parents to do, and them showing how much they feel guilty by eating at a restaurant, being like, we paid full price, we didn't even say we were your mom and dad. And I was like, yeah, I can see her softening, you know what I mean, to that. So that was smart, because I was like, how are they going to resolve this? You guys were like really neglectful.
Yeah. And in that regard, I think that them not having like a deep conversation where like they hashed it all out was really thoughtful, because it kind of like lets us think that for them in the future, like this will be a slow gradual build to like maybe a really healthy relationship. And I love that, especially with anybody who has hard relationships with their family. I wish that for them. So it was like, it felt nice, like, okay,
Yeah.
we're meeting each other where we're at.
Right. And then she brought them over and introduced them as her date. So I was happy about that, because I was like, yeah, I was really not sure. But yeah, we have to talk about the other character who I loved as well. I know, Randee, it's your favorite character. Yeah, Veronica, Michelle Buteau. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She was so sweet. I was like, I don't care about an assistant, but can I have a friend like her? Like just being there for you. She was so, I don't know, she just her face like lights up, right? Like whenever she smiles, you're like smiling with her. She's
And
adorable.
she has like the perfect amount of sass where it's like never hurt, it's never hurtful, but
Yeah.
it's like
It's real.
It's real. Yeah.
She's gonna tell it to you straight. I've seen her like host some Netflix like specials, like game shows and stuff like that. But I feel like she really shines as an actress. Like she was so charming and funny, and I thought she really had a good performance, even though she wasn't like a main character in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely left a lasting impression on me. I'm like, what else are you in, girl? I want to watch.
Yeah, that was, and I think even the other side characters, though, I don't think they had much of an arc. Or like, I mean, Daniel Day Kim in the beginning, very good looking. That man looks good in anything. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but like he was in India. So for our Indian audience who watch us, there's a little bit with Padma Lakshmi too. It just, I was like, there was such a stereotype, right? If you're gonna date an Indian chef, it has to be Padma Lakshmi. So he was funny. And I wanted to say, like, there was another Indian person. I noticed that the director might be South Asian. Nanachka Khan, because Khan I know is it's a Muslim South Asian surname. So I don't know what else they've done, but I like the representation in this. It was really nice to see, well, obviously the Asian representation, but just the diversity even among different people, different colors. And it was not done in a, like, sometimes I think with representation it almost sometimes feels forced. And I know there were a couple of movies that came out, which I think it's needed, but it should feel natural. And I think in this one it felt really natural, like this is the world she inhabits, and all these people from different cultural backgrounds. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
So that Indian bandmate, he was pretty funny too. I forget his name, but yeah.
I wear a medium now, and you told me
I
just
would
want
be
people
pissed.
to notice that you lost some weight.
I know. It was funny though, because that was when I was kind of upset with Randall Park, like Marcus's character, because after he says that to him, he still goes, "Do you think I should leave her?" I'm like, it's not about you, dude. He just told you you're not listening. You're selfish.
Yeah. Not a good friend,
So
but he was a funny character, especially he was like, wait, what did I bailed, but you were gonna tell me why wait, what was the question? Who? When? Oh,
that was such
It's
a
just
good
a
way to
little clueless.
deflect, and that's what we should do. Like, are you gonna say something more? Yeah.
oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, it was a very cute film. I could see
Yeah.
myself watching this because, again, you know, the bits that really really like made you laugh out loud, so you could anticipate. And yeah, I could see this film again. So guys, I guess, what do we give this film? I mean, we could give it stars, or we could just say highly recommended, I don't know, a one-time watch. What would you say?
I might say it's definitely a watch, but and the soundtrack bangs, so that is something
Yes.
that'll be going back to. But I think for me, it's probably a one-time watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think for me too, I would say just because of some things that didn't work as much, but it's definitely a one time watch. And some sequences, like I said, that Keanu Reeves thing, it's going to be on loop. So some things I'll watch again. Some things were like, yeah, it's okay. But
Yeah.
I'd love to see more work. I think she's so
Mm.
talented, Ali Wong. I don't know if I think she could be the writer. Let me just check.
I think she
So
does like producing and writing as well.
must be, right? Because it really feels like she had a very instrumental role. Written by, okay, yeah, so she, including, yeah, so Randall Park, the actor Marcus, Randall Park, Ali Wong, Michael Golamako, the three of them wrote this. So it's written by
Nice.
her. Yeah, it's produced by the two of them. So yay. I want to see more stuff, guys. Do more, like a second version or a different world. I could watch you again. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, guys, this was our review. I think, I don't know if we have room for another review because we kind of reviewed it. And we also did like a spoiler version. So maybe it's going to be one video. We don't know. But I think we've talked about everything, right? Like we pretty much exhausted everything.
Yeah.
I think the sets were nice. Costumes were really good. Like we said, the soundtrack banging.
The setting
And
is
yeah.
fun too. Like San Francisco is great,
Yes.
and the Bay Area, especially back then, was like poppin'. So
Yeah, I do feel like I could be wrong, but did they shoot in actual locations? Because they have a lot of like the Asian marketplaces and all. So I don't know if these are live locations,
sure.
which would be very impressive if they managed to do that. But yeah, I would say definitely check it out. It's available on Netflix. Always be my maybe. And do check out our reaction to it. Like you could watch along with us, get a bag of chips, something to eat, drink, and just sit and watch. And again, we said like our Patreon, I think it's $1. I think some of our content is for $2. The other is going to be $1. So very, very affordable. We don't plan to change prices. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow Randee, Emily, myself, social media links down below. Tell us which other romantic comedy or movie you want us to check out. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.